Yo, guys, welcome to another episode of the AniMates podcast.
Yo,
it's your boy KB,
Big Murks,
TJ,
and today we've got another episode of debates, discussion, jam-packed with anime. You man, what are you telling me? Bro,
like, I need to swing it back, fam. Drake is the GOAT of our time, 100%.
So going into Drake.
You've been listening to his album, then I take it.
Yeah, man. I obviously had to take a break from all the Naruto OSTs. You get me? Attack on Titan OSTs. I had to put that on hold. You get me?
Word.
But obviously, we hit a wireless, innit? Last week, and that was phenomenal. I wish we would have hit Sunday to see Drake live, though.
Bro,
I've
seen him before, though. Still,
that's a life goal for me, bro.
Word. But the thing is, as well, yeah. Like, with artists, it depends when the album drops when you see them. Because it has a massive impact on how you receive them, depending on the time frame of their album and which album they're performing.
Word.
So, because I saw Drake when he released...
Views? Was it Views?
No, If You're Reading This Is Too Late.
Oh, yeah.
That was his latest album. Bro, so it was
phenomenal.
Mad. It was mad.
Phenomenal. I love that.
It was
album.
mad. So,
So
he's screaming, he's the greatest of all time, yeah? Of our time.
The pirate king of today's generation.
Peak. Right now,
he's
Goldie. Yeah. Drake. That's a good DJ. The thing is, yeah, he's obviously, like, I said this to you, man, earlier, innit? In terms of the whole crown situation. You can interpret it two ways in terms of, in his bar, he says, the crown split, but I'm just holding most of the pieces. That can mean he's saying himself he's not king, but he's just the most dominant. He's basically saying he's not pirate king, but he's Yonko, basically.
Bro,
that's what he's saying.
He's being modest. He has all the poneglyphs, you get me? Yeah. He's the one that's dashing the poneglyphs around. And he's making you man feel like, I can find it.
No. Because do you know why he's not PK as well? Why he's not pirate king? Because it's shown he can get damaged. It's shown he can be hurt.
Wait.
Adonis.
Calm. But let me tell you this.
No way.
Just because, he has...
no
just
way.
Because two people have one piece, don't mean Drake cannot go and snatch them back. He'll be like, give me that. Fine. If he wants them back, he'll go and
I don't think he can, you know.
Huh?
Bro, it's shown. That, like,
do you know what Pusha is the equivalent of?
He can take damage, bro.
Pusha, what happened with Pusha is the equivalent of Shanks losing his arm. You thought that damaged him. Cool. And Whitebeard getting half his face taken off. You thought that would damage him. Bro, that is exactly what Pusha is.
Yeah.
It is... Oh shit! You actually hurt me. You actually hit me. Type shit. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like taking Aokiji's legs off, an arm off. He's still OP.
It's just like attacking a weakness you already knew someone had,
bro.
No, you didn't know he had a weakness though.
No, we didn't know.
Exactly. Ask the fans. Ask the fans.
Yeah, as fans, we heard the rumors, so we already assumed, and there was no denial. But it's the way Pusha T worded it that made it worse than it actually was. He said, let them know who you chose as your Beyonce. When I said I felt that, I was like, nah.
Bro. And then, and how you know it bucked him as well, yeah? You know you have to come out of a statement with the blackface.
Yeah, but you know what?
If you're Pirate King, you're not saying nothing.
Bro,
there's arguments to be made, though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the thing is, that doesn't matter whether Drake did blackface, because at the end of the day, Drake is black. So it's irrelevant.
Bro, true, but people getting onto him, though.
Let's even go there, because if you say Drake's black, then you start saying stuff like Tekashi 6ix9ine is black. You start saying stuff like Fat Joe is black. You know what I mean? Start saying
Drake
stuff like...
Drake actually has black in him, though.
Yeah, no, he does.
Fat Joe don't have black in him. Tekashi 6ix9ine don't have black in him.
Yeah, but that picture was funny, though. Let's hear it.
It was funny, but that's just like taking a picture when you were a kid.
Yeah.
You get it? Now Drake's a big man. Like, let's be real, If Drake and Pusha T bucked, Drake would slump Pusha T. Drake's a much bigger guy.
Yeah.
Exactly. So Pusha T was giving him these war of words, but like Drake said, hit me up when you're multi-million. I would let it ring on you like Virginia Williams. Come on.
Yeah, it came hard. That's the thing. Drake was much better lyrically, innit? But you can't deny the fact that, like, he got bucked.
He got touched. But
by who though? I don't even know who Pusha was before.
And you man are forgetting, it messed up his whole Adidas rollout. That completely finished him, because basically he was supposed to roll it out with his son, Adonis, Adidas. Pusha T messed that whole thing up.
That doesn't really affect Drake, because at the end of the day, Adidas are still gonna. Remember, Pusha T has a shoe of Adidas as well, so they're gonna be more pissed off at him.
He's Pusha.
Pusha's no one. So, like, let's be real. if this was Pusha T talk about anyone else, you wouldn't care. But because it's Drake, you care.
100%.
Drizzy, man. This is Drizzy, man.
Fam, I can't. Pusha T bucked him, but now he's not still.
Hey,
he just dropped another.
If you can see TJ right now, it
Sam,
seems so
Sam,
jokes.
hence what I was saying. The crown is split, but I've got most of the pieces.
But
that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like Drake is strong enough to take all the pieces. Like just to say.
So why would he say that? That's
because
what I want to know.
because he's paying homage to the other people that are doing well, like Kendrick's, like J. Cole's. They're doing well because they're his brothers. Like you don't want like he says, like you want your friends to eat, basically in that mentality. So
listen, if I'm Pirate King, I'm the only one eating. That's what I'm saying.
I honestly, real talk, yeah. I feel like J. Cole's fans will always be his fans and ride for him. Yeah. Same with Kendrick. And I feel that's what he means in terms of those pieces. You can't grab those pieces. Those are for them. They've got their own stands. Whereas Drake's got most of the fans, most of the pieces. And I feel like that's what he meant.
All right, calm.
You feel me?
Like I said, you name me an artist that's ever had it all in one go. Like the King.
Michael
Jackson.
Yeah, man.
Oh, that's a good
that's
shot.
That's of pop. That's not of rap or hip hop.
Okay, rap.
There's never been. There was because Biggie, Tupac, Jay-Z, Nas, even like
P Diddy.
Alright, so what about the whole 50 Cent run and then the Lil Wayne run after?
50 Cent.
That man
at
had
that
it.
time.
Yeah.
It's arguable that he had most of the pieces because Jay-Z was still then. Jay-Z was still dropping stuff then. Like so it was always like yeah, like everyone's always had most of the pieces. But when you look at it, Drake has had the most pieces out of everyone that's ever had pieces.
I mean, based on Wireless and who I saw at Wireless, and Wireless kind of just tells you who's on top of our generation at the moment. And Pusha ain't there, you know what I mean? Kanye weren't there for that. Might have been for different reasons, but at the end of the day, they got Drake there instead of DJ Khaled. I thought I was a bit annoyed, man. Didn't get the Sunday ticket. Right. Wireless was phenomenal though. I feel like this whole summer 18's been phenomenal.
Where,
we've had Love Island, which I actually don't watch too tough, you know. Wait, do you man on Love Island?
Small.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I feel like
it's actually funny.
All of these anime heads, there's something else to watch now.
Where?
Do you think anime heads watch Love Island now?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Or is that on the hentai or what are they on from?
Bro,
you real anime heads out there, innit?
Oh man,
keep it locked, innit?
Yeah, man. But no, guys, this week we've got a special guest.
Oi.
He's one of this guy is an anime head to toe. This guy knows his stuff, and he's a bang out in it. He's a proper animate. This one.
We bring you nothing but the best.
Listen, obviously, before we had another specialist, a sports specialist. Now we've got a generic overall anime specialist here, and it's my boy Jordan.
Get it, yo.
What's going on?
What's good?
Chronicle himself.
Crons.
I'm loving these convos, bro.
What are you saying, bro? It's mad, isn't it?
I said, yeah, like, oh, snap, this about to get real.
Is Drake the GOAT?
Fam, right now, Drake's the GOAT. But again, like, you just gotta wait and see what happens, man. Because you never know what's gonna happen in the next few months. But for right now, next few years, you don't know, man.
And remember, Drake had a diss in the tuck, and it was like, they said, yeah, this is a career ender for Kanye West, and it would have been bad on Pusha T. So that chink in the armor.
You can say that kind of stuff, man. You can.
But Drake had such so fire.
Let me ask you something. Do you believe it? Did you believe he had the tune?
No, bro.
You knew he had the tune.
I heard, yeah, he had 100K on information on Pusha. Did you hear that information?
Does that matter?
That's what I'm saying.
Does that
It's all
matter?
hearsay. What you're saying is hearsay. What I'm saying is hearsay.
No. Let me tell you something. Because remember, if you actually go watch Everyday Struggle as well. Yeah, DJ Academics said Drake called him and he said, this is taken beyond rap. Like I had the album, I had the song, but obviously
it was an OG call.
My bro told me not to do it because it's going deeper than
Jay
if
Prince's,
I dropped this, it would have gone deeper than rap. Cool. So that just shows Drake. Come on, man.
What? Drake
let me tell you how
outside the music game,
that means Drake can smoke someone, bro. How are you not Pirate King,
bro?
Well,
I hear that. But obviously
he's got the money for it, so.
You listeners, you let us know, innit? Is he Pirate King, or would you say he's more so Yonko level, but just the strongest Yonko?
I'm just putting strongest Yonko for me.
What? He's the Pirate King. Like, there's no one else that could.
Remember, generation's a thing, fam. That's like even in One Piece, when you look at it, it's a generation thing.
Yeah, it's very generational. Yeah, word. But what are you saying? What are you saying, Chronicle, fam? He's that best character, the number one for you in terms of all anime?
In terms of all anime, favorite character's gotta be Vegeta, man.
Ooh.
Vegeta.
Do you know what? I like that answer. I like that answer because I feel
Vegeta.
very rarely people say that still.
Fam, no,
Very
'cause
rare.
He's had so much growth.
Yeah.
Like, my man came from, like, you know, he was just such a twat when he came out first. Like, he was just like, and then he just grows into this guy that looks after, like, his
Power levels
gets-
over 9,000.
Bro, come on now. Like,
Nah,
low key,
Vegeta.
he's the MVP of the series.
Yeah.
Like,
I
I
don't
like.
think so. You know why? Because what did he grow into? He grew into someone that acknowledged, like, Goku's stronger than me. When in the whole anime, it's been like, I'm going to catch up. Like, so they technically destroyed his character. I don't blame him, but I blame the writers.
There's a reason why, though.
Yeah. That. Sorry, you go first, man.
Yeah, should I explain the reason why it
Go
can
on,
never
man.
be is because he doesn't have the same heart as Goku. Basically,
So
you need, for you to transcend, or for you to get to the strongest kind of level you could get to, you need basically be human. Or have human emotions.
He does have human emotions.
No. But what I'm saying is, Kakarot has had human emotions from when he was a baby.
Yeah.
He basically
fair
grew
enough.
up as
Yeah,
human. Do
yeah.
you know what I mean?
But
So
then-
he's had that human emotion.
At the same time, Vegeta got that with his family.
Exactly.
with his
No,
trunks and
but
all
I'm
that.
saying
Exactly.
compared
No, but
that
he's
to
saying
someone
the
who grew
period of
up
time,
as
Yeah,
a
yeah.
human.
I feel you.
Do you know what I mean? So that's, in my opinion, like from watching Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball Z to Dragon Ball GT. You might know about Dragon Ball AF.
Yeah.
Cool, that's
What the hell is Dragon Ball AF?
It's been
April Fool's, innit?
It's like fan made, basically.
To Dragon Ball Super, innit? Like, that's the only answer that I could come up with is that
Yo,
Goku
personally,
grew up human, basically.
fam, I just think he needed that. I think that's what he needed to get stronger. He needed to be able to recognize that he's weaker than someone in order for him to start finding.
yeah.
I feel you.
That's what makes him weak. The
No,
fact
no,
that
no.
He looks as Goku as
That's
his
the
ceiling,
strength.
whereas Goku's looking like,
Exactly, that
my
was his
ceiling's
issue.
above everything. Like that's what I think Vegeta lacked. Vegeta lacked ambition.
No, but
As
see,
mu-
ambition.
Really?
No.
But that's what
That
I'm
is
saying.
a poor choice of words. Come
Listen to my
on.
point. Listen to my point, because his ambition is to catch Goku. His ambition is to. I need to look past Goku. I don't need to. Why should my ceiling be here when the sky is there? If you get it,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. He lacks ambition. Like, that's my opinion.
I just think that, like I was saying, I just think that he needed to be able to do that. And as you said, he looked at him as like a ceiling, right?
Yeah.
But once that ceiling is gone, once you realize your weaknesses, you're just like, okay, it's
Yeah.
there. So what? You just go take the door,
'Cause-
fam. That's what
I
he's
don't think
there. Like,
he-
he's training with
He never accepted it. Do you know what I
I
mean?
hate
He
it
never
still.
accepted Goku as stronger, but it was kind of like saying, let me stop
He
chasing him.
did.
and start doing
When
my
he-
own.
when he
Yeah.
fought
And now
Majin
look,
Buu-
he's got his
yeah,
own
yeah.
path.
When
He's
he
the
fought
only.
Majin Buu,
He
he
did
said,
accept
"Oh
it,
yeah,
accepted
Goku,
it.
you're
No,
stronger."
but
than
look
me."
at him now in Super. It's because he
Super-
stopped in.
Super is
It's
bro, yeah.
a different entity. Let's be
Yeah.
real. So they're not gonna start from the point where Vegeta's gonna. They had to start afresh. Vegeta and Goku on equal level, and not equal level, but like in the mind of Vegeta, they're equal level, and Vegeta still has to surpass him, because even in the tournament, he's saying, Kakarot, I'm gonna be the one to do everything.
They didn't start on an equal level. There's
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
But in
right,
the
right,
mind
right,
of
right.
Vegeta,
You know,
whereas at the end of
What did-
Dragon
not even
Ball
in
Z,
his mind.
What did
There's
we
no way you
say?
can
Because I know
that.
Wiz had something about something that's really good about Vegeta, something that's really good about Goku, and something that was bad about.
Do you mean the fact that Vegeta was always constantly thinking?
Yeah, something,
And
yeah,
then,
something like that. And
Goku's too carefree.
Yeah, and basically, like Vegeta had to have this little carefree or think less, and then Goku needed to have something that Vegeta
They're
had.
two sides of a coin, really.
Yeah,
they just
so-
need much. If
That's
any,
mad.
Yeah, bro. So like taking it one step back, how did you initially get into anime? So Vegeta's your favorite character, cool.
favorite.
But how did the whole anime journey even start for you?
Do you know what, man? So originally, Dragon Ball Z, like, because I grew up in Zimbabwe, right? So it just came on TV one day. I was like, oh, yo, that looks dope. I was just seeing, like, you know, this episode with Little Trunks and Gohan fusing, you know. I was like, oh, that's mad. Like, you know, little kids and stuff like that. Then a few years later, I go to this school. I'm not going to say any names. And then I meet, actually, you and Dami.
Kanji.
You know?
Big Murks out there.
Oh, snap. I just realized. My bad.
All good, baby.
You know them bleeps there.
So anyway, like I meet you guys, and everyone's on this Naruto hype. I'm like, I've seen a couple of episodes. Let me just take a look. And then bang, from there it just got mad. I started talking to our boy Homewood, you know, and I just started watching all these mad things. I started watching things I never thought I'd watch. Angel Beats, I was like, what is this? And now I'm all about it, man. Like, that's my journey, man. But I guess Dragon Ball Z and Naruto started off.
Fairs. And what would you say is the best anime that you've watched or seen?
Right now, it's got to be My Hero Academia.
As the best anime you've ever seen. I just want to make this clear. As the best anime you've ever seen.
Have you watched Hunter x Hunter?
I've watched it. I love Hunter x Hunter. I love One Piece as well.
Wow.
But right now, I know it's a big thing because it's still like, you know, it's still grand. But for right now, it's just because they got me in my feelings. Let me not lie. I know it's a big statement, and there's gonna be a lot of pushback on that. But I think this is gonna go down as one of the goats, as you're saying. Like it's gonna go down as a pirate king.
Come on, man, sit down.
Say no more.
Do you know what? I'm excited, yeah,
because
I'm not up to date on My Hero yet.
Mate.
And if everybody's telling me this is possibly one of the best animes out there, it must go in.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
No idea.
You have no idea, my God.
Big boy thing.
It's like every season they take another level. Like they take it another level. Like season 1 was cool to give you as part of it, introducing to the characters and stuff. Season 2 got better because you see a lot of character development. But season 3, you actually see characters like. Have you ever heard like taking the game by the scruff of the neck? That's what they're doing right now.
Yo, wait until you see the future things, man. Especially shout out to my manga readers and that, fam. You guys see what's coming. Listen,
I'm excited. Do you know, like when I remember when I was watching One Piece for the first time, and I had like 600 episodes ahead, bruv, and I was like, yes. Do you know what I mean? I got my next month patterned, innit? That's how I feel. That's how I feel about My Hero, man. Because the things that I'm hearing, it's gonna be a phenomenal journey, fam.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be lit, man. It's gonna be lit.
It's mad, fam. And the thing about it as well is it's not only the main character that's good. All the characters are really well developed, and I especially love the rivalries. The rivalries make the story.
Oh, that's
like. Because you think that the main character, like, you know how in some animes, the main character's always got this armor around them, plot armor. Not in this one, fam. In this one, it could literally go.
There's no Luffy luck.
Yo, fam, it's not like even like it's not like Fairy Tail where all of a sudden you're just like Ezra will be fighting someone, and then all of a sudden you find out she's got some random bullshit armor. Like,
them friendship plots there.
Friendship abilities, fam.
Bro.
It's crazy, man. So, in terms of animes, what is your favorite genre of anime? Is it like Shonen Jump? Is it more Kuroko-y? What would you consider Seven Deadly Sins? Is that Shonen Jump as well? That's not really Shonen Jump.
I wouldn't say Shonen, but I'd say it's
Kinda
still
like
about a manga though. It's still about one, definitely.
Oh, man.
What's your favorite type of anime?
Probably some shonen, man.
Yeah,
you know, like I feel like they've got a pattern. Like they're literally pimps of the game. Probably.
I feel like for me, shonen is your main course.
Yes,
but everyone loves dessert. Do you know what I mean? So I think my dessert is something like, my dessert would be something like Attack on Titan or Crocodile Basket. Do you know what I mean? Something just a bit different.
Yeah, but still up there.
Yeah, still up there. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
I found out that I really like a lot, like the magic and the high school sort of ones as well.
Yeah.
Like I watch a lot of the random ones, but you know when you just like have your binge moments where you don't even bother remembering the character names, you just remember the story.
That was me, Terror from Mars. That was me. All of the mecha type animes. So like your Mobile Suit Gundam, Mobile Suit Unicorn. The OSTs on Mobile Suit animes are completely phenomenal. You know those little like 12 episode one seasons. Oh my days! Like when you get that's when you have like that anime fever. Do you know what I mean? Where you just where you could just watch
when you watch an episode, you just don't stop. Like,
I love that, man.
Absolute facts.
Yeah, man.
Absolute.
Bro, the anime heads, you already know what that is, innit?
Word. Bro, I'm gonna be so real, yeah. You're one of the people that I was looking forward to hearing your hot takes still.
Oh man.
Like obviously this week.
It's a good one.
It's on you, innit?
It's on Chronicles. So for you guys that don't know already, our hot takes,
bang.
You get me? We just spice it up here and there. We just let you know what we're thinking, and it's probably the same thing you're thinking. So hot takes, Big Chronicle.
I really want to know what it is, bro. What is it?
This is a mad one. So, you know, there's a lot of moments in this particular show that I must say that are massive. And I think this one, I think people overlook it a lot. But I think it's one of the things that's going to set this anime up. I've already spoken about this anime.
Wait.
You know.
It's
my favorite at the moment.
Hey.
So,
Alright.
you know, I'm definitely coming with this. So, basically, My Hero Academia, big shocker. This moment, I'm nearly tearing up thinking.
You're gassing the ting. You're gassing the ting.
You gotta add just a little extra flavor there. Alright, so basically, all the students, you know, they're all going on a road trip. They're all excited. Things have just been happening. Season 1, right? They're gonna get some training and stuff like that. All Might, you know, he's already having all of his issues.
Yeah.
You know, a little spoiler, if you've not watched this,
Yeah.
you know, you've been warned. All Might's damaged, right? The main guy, the big hero, the symbol of justice.
Yeah.
So he can't be in his big form too long.
Okay.
So obviously he's taking an L somewhere. He's just resting. All the teachers go with the students into the storm sort of area to go give them some training, and then all of a sudden, villains. Not your regular typical villains that you know them.
The big boy.
You know,
one.
these are the big
boys.
boys, fam.
Yeah.
You guys are- each one of them wearing big boy pants, fam. Not one, each one of them. Big things, yeah? So, anyway, now everything's getting peaked. The heroes are thinking, it's cool, we can handle this. They can't, fam. Everyone's taking L's left, right, center. L's are flying, fam.
It's bad.
It's bad. It's bad. It's bad.
It's bad.
I wouldn't say
students
L's. Not everyone was taking L's. Some of them were handling it.
Aizawa was taking L's. Though.
He took the fat.
And he's out.
This narration's giving me goosebumps, you know.
Bro.
Yo, fam. The students are fighting. They're not supposed to be fighting villains. So this is kind of a mad thing, right? And then all of a sudden, they get a little bit of hope. One of the students manages to make it out and gets to go and bring in the big gun.
The running guy, innit?
The running
guy. The one that
leader,
blows
fam.
out. Yeah.
Leader,
I
fam. Yo.
It's bad.
Fam.
The get the strap guy, innit?
Get the strap, fam. Yo. Straight up.
Yo.
Like, it's mad. So anyway, everyone's still taking L's. Left, right, and center. Still. And then all of a sudden, in the peakest moment, Nomu is out there, you know, students are about to die, for real. It's peak. Teachers down, everything. It's mad. In the darkest moment, the symbol comes out, fam. This is like Superman ain't got nothing on this, fam. Let me not lie, fam. This light, man, just comes in, yeah?
Is it a bird?
He's looking,
Wait,
fam.
Is it a plane?
Wait, can I stop you? Because there was a mad moment in between that part as well.
Yeah, go on.
Do you know when you know, obviously they're about to escape.
Yes.
What's his name? Deku with the frog girl and the other girl. And
Yes.
then Deku goes to punch the Nomu in it, but
Yeah.
the Nomu counteracts.
Yeah, we got
that,
shocked.
that bit in between was mad.
That was mad. That bit
That
was
was
mad.
mad.
fam. But that just also stresses how like crazy the situation was,
Yeah.
fam. Because literally, if All Might didn't show up, fam, Normal was taking everyone out. There was no way.
it was mad.
But yeah, so in this dark moment, all of a sudden, All Might comes through and he says his famous lines.
I was gassed too.
But-
I was so
but-
That
gassed.
bit was mad.
That bit was
mad.
gassed,
It
bro.
was mad.
But here's the thing. Everyone is happy. Everyone's like, yeah, All Might's here. Deku's the only person that notices he's not smiling. Like, so that means business, because this guy, like,
Yeah, normally
he says
smiles.
it doesn't matter what the situation is, you need to do it with a smile. But it's the first time. So that just shows you, it's just like, this guy's injured. His students have been taken. He's younger, you know, associates heroes that are there, they're taking L's.
Crazy.
He's like, I'm sick of this.
Yeah.
Puts the glove off.
It's when he
it's
goes.
when he
Unbutton his shirt. That was mad.
Yo.
He was like, I hate when people try to take advantage of like my teammates when they're not. And then he was like, when I said that sent chills down my
Yo,
spine.
bro.
It's
He's-
crazy.
Entrance was just mad as well, because you remember all the villains were like looking at him like, oh, come on, look how many of us there are, let's go take it. Next thing, they're just wondering what's just happened, why do I feel like this? And then they drop in and you just see All Might at the other side of them. It
it's
was
mad,
mad. It was
bro, it was mad.
that's my
was
moment, fam.
Oh,
And
my
I think
God.
that moment is so important, because especially for like Deku, because he was the only one to notice that All Might wasn't smiling, even though that's what the #1 hero is supposed to be doing. That's the pressure of the #1 hero. It doesn't matter the gravity of the situation; they're always supposed to be your hope.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably one of the things that in the future is going to trigger Deku to be like, do you know what? It doesn't matter how bad it is, even if it's this situation that All Might didn't handle. I need to, because he does say he's going to be the greatest hero, right?
Yeah.
There we
That's
go.
crazy.
Bro, that's it.
That was a hot.
That's
I told
crazy.
you. I was looking forward to this hot take. Bro. It was mad. It was mad
because I wanted to talk about Stain first, but then I was like, nah.
That speech was mad, but you man haven't got there yet. But how do you think that particular moment in the anime affected the series now, even up to what you've read? Because I feel like there was a moment where we had got that already in the anime before. Before that particular moment. So I feel like we got that when, and I feel like this whole scene that I'm gonna say it like even affected more, because I feel like, you know, when it was like episode 2 and then Bakugo got kidnapped by the slime guy, and then it was, and All Might couldn't change because he was like, he's already exerted his power, so he's drained and everything. And then Midoriya jumps in, and Midoriya's like, it's like, fuck this. He jumps,
he just starts spinning.
And he's like, it's like, why are you doing this? Because it's like, it looked like you need some help. Then All Might gets angry.
So
it's the same. Like,
he
it's
gets
a
angry at himself.
foreshadow.
See, I think that's a very good point. But I think that was more important for All Might than it was for the protagonist.
I hear that.
That's the thing. So I think you're right. That is a force. Like, it's showing what's gonna happen. Like they're basically putting Midoriya and All Might as like mirrors. Like they're interchangeable. Yeah, no, that's a good point. That's
one thing I loved about that scene so much, is because obviously, as you said earlier, like Deku was the only one that noticed that obviously he weren't smiling, and of course, Deku was, at the time was the only one that knows that he's losing his power. So
that gravity.
Me as a reader, it was like, cool. So this might be the last time we're gonna see him at his strongest, because he's only gonna get weaker from here on out. So it was just, I don't know, it was kind of exciting seeing, okay, cool, we're gonna finally see. Maybe not him at his peakest, but we're gonna see one of the strongest heroes ever in action.
And keeping in mind, he had just not too long ago just like punched like and changed the weather just with a punch. So
it's crazy.
At that point,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
That made it rain, fam. Like, you know, it's mad.
Man. No,
so
that
what
scene was mad.
I also feel
All Might meant to be Saitama, like.
Fam, Saitama is you know, obviously a different league. Like, we can't say it now, but.
So where's All Might in terms of the top strongest people in all
Might is Drake of the of the show at the moment. Well, was I don't want to do a spoiler. Let me stop.
All Might would be like in One Piece. All Might would be like the Pirate King easily.
Swear down.
Yeah. Or he'd be like the Hokage in Naruto.
Straight
he'd be Hokage.
The #1.
Jiren. He'd be Jiren.
No. All Might would be like.
But that's the thing about Boku No Hero, you know, they never ever state like whether being #1 is based on your actual strength or your accolades, because
it's strength, accolades, and how popular you are with people. Yeah.
So All Might's not necessarily #1 strongest, because we don't know.
But he's the most popular.
Because he's the most strongest and he's saved the most people. So he's, like he said, he's a symbol of peace. So but he is fucking strong. Let's not get that.
Strong, bro.
Like, he is
that cannot be taken away from him at all.
Especially how like that scene as well. I remember. I forgot. I don't know the name. Do you know the guy with the hand and the villain?
Yeah.
I remember he said something like that Nomu was made specifically for him.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because obviously when I saw that scene, it gave me a slight flashback to Bleach in terms of when Aizen made that little I forgot his name, that little thing specifically for Yamamoto, and it dealt with Yamamoto. So in this scene, I'm thinking, right, if this guy's made it specifically for All Might, then it's peak. Do you know what I mean? But All Might still managed to overcome it and beat it. That was mad.
Like that part, that scene also, like, it also not only did it help like character growth with like Deku and stuff like that, it also helped character growth with the villain.
Major key.
Because it starts to show you a trend that we get throughout the rest of the anime that you man have not watched yet, obviously.
Yeah.
So like, it's about like how the guy like there's even a mad secret like that just got revealed that when you man find out
it's
know,
gonna be
but,
mad.
like, and everyone who's watched it right now, you know what I'm talking about.
In fact, it wasn't even only like just for the villain and for Midoriya. In fact, one other person that I think everyone like kind of always looks over, Bakugo, who is, by the way, is also my favorite character in this scene. Sorry, not in this scene, in this anime. Personally, I'm gonna put this out here that this is gonna be controversial, but I believe that Bakugo should become a symbol of hope before.
Nope.
100%.
Just like you said with Vegeta, that's the same problem Bakugo has. But Bakugo, I give it this one.
No,
And
but
what
it's
Bakugo has over
different.
Vegeta is ambition. That's what I'm saying. Like he sees Deku's not the problem.
Yeah.
The problem is I need to become a hero. That's what he wants, and he wants to. He sees All Might as his ceiling, and
I think that's more endeavor than like Bakugo's a different kettle of fish, fam. I don't know, man.
Yeah. Would you say Bakugo's like endeavor?
No, because that's what I said. Like Bakugo, but they have the same problem.
Yeah. Exactly.
Bakugo and Midoriya are basically the same character, except Midoriya is just really nice, and Bakugo comes off as a bit of a twat. That's literally, they are the same. They're both hyper intelligent. Yeah. They both have overpowered quirks, and they both have the same beliefs.
Do you believe? Put them aside for a second. So do you believe Todoroki? Yeah. Do you believe his lack of ambition is going to cost him to be #1 hero?
100%. Bro, even costed him in the tournament.
The
fact that he wouldn't even expose his other side.
Okay, does that
overthinks things as well.
Not based on what we've seen, Todoroki is actually the strongest out of everyone in the school.
100%.
Not in the school, because I know what happened.
Yeah.
Oh word. Hey.
But
what I've
in
seen
that class, he's the strongest.
Definitely.
Do you believe that?
Definitely.
You think he's stronger than Bakugo?
I can only talk from the tournament where I'm up to. He was 100% potential-wise the strongest. But the fact that he only uses one side, he wasn't the strongest.
Yeah.
If he was to use both sides, clear.
I want you guys to remember that in the tournament, they weren't allowed to use their apparatuses. So Bakugo could have been on a very different... They won, right? Just to verify. They didn't. So Bakugo would have been on a completely different level. Like, because his one actually magnifies his abilities.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas the other guy, he doesn't actually have anything to magnify. You can't magnify.
No,
so I think that changes the ball game completely.
With Bakugo, I feel like he's like... Bear with me with the analogy, How I saw Bakugo in the tournament, he was slightly like England in a sense where, like, his route to the final was easier than Deku's and Todoroki.
Really?
Bro, imagine this. If Bakugo had Todoroki in round 1, is he not getting knocked out?
No, but the thing is,
feel me?
Bakugo had a hard person. He fought the girl who could lift you.
Compared to Todoroki and Deku.
But her plan, that just shows you, like you said, how hyper intelligent he is. He adapted to the situation.
Yeah, I agree.
Fuck this.
I agree. But do you not agree that
I think
those two had a harder challenge to get to the final?
The guy that controls your mind.
Compared to Todoroki and Deku on one side.
But I think it was tailored to their specific skill set, because I don't see how Todoroki and Bakugo could break out of the spell. Because remember, it was everyone else in All for One that helped Midoriya break out of that spell. So I don't see how Bakugo and Thing, because they have ears, like, and they will listen.
Yeah.
100%.
So if Bakugo had Todoroki in round 1, who's winning?
I don't know, because I believe right now they're both on equal levels for some reason.
Equals.
I just don't know why.
I don't know what you guys are seeing in it. From what I've seen, maybe if Todoroki's half his ability, maybe the equals. If he uses both sides,
because the thing is,
Bakugo's not touching.
like Bakugo uses explosions anyway. That's not.
What about the ice? What about the ice?
You just blow it ice.
You just said that if he uses his one ability, then
Exactly. Even when Todoroki used both his halves against Midoriya, I wouldn't say it was to great effect, because Midoriya lost on a technicality, and Midoriya, I believe Midoriya would slump Todoroki, because like you said, his mind state would not help him. But
that's his biggest flaw.
Exactly.
That's his biggest flaw.
So what about Midoriya versus Bakugo round 1?
That's a hard. I don't.
Oh, wait. I mean, if you're talking in that particular
tournament, because that's all I've seen.
Bakugo.
Really?
100%.
Actually, that makes sense.
He would hurt himself.
That makes sense, because obviously
Bakugo's just as smart as Midoriya. He knows how Midoriya thinks. In fact, that's how he won against Urahara, because he was like, she's gonna try and use his tactics to beat me, because that's. Do you know what I mean?
But what about? But you could say like not I wouldn't call it a what do they call it? Not let's just put it this way. You know when they did the fight, when they were actually fighting, and then Midoriya punched the ceiling.
Yeah.
Do you not think that punch would like if we're basing it on All Might and like power levels, don't you think Midoriya has a good chance of beating up Bakugo? Knowing the way, remember, because in that fight as well, we saw Midoriya counteract everything Bakugo was doing.
Yeah.
And he didn't really want to fight Bakugo. So that's what I believe. Same thing as well that happens with Todoroki. Mentality comes into it. So his mentality is because he likes, you know, they're best friends. Realistically, they're best friends. But they just don't like each other.
Yeah.
So like, he doesn't want to hurt his best friend. So do you not think that would stop him in a fight against him?
No, because I think Bakugo is the type of person that when it comes to a situation like that, he wants all he can get, and all he can give.
Yeah,
that's the kind of character I think he's set up to be. And in that situation where you were saying like how Deku like destroyed the ceiling, I feel like all the characters in there, all their bodies are like, we can't base it on the way that we think of like bodies in other animes.
Yeah.
I think they're a lot stronger. They're able to handle those things. Because if you see, there's some episodes where, you know, like Bakugo will get like thrown into the bus and stuff, into like a bus and stuff like that by All Might.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
you know,
what
you
you're
see,
talking about. Yeah.
and he'll handle it. So you know,
But that's the thing. Like, Bakugo was getting slumped by All Might. Yeah. And All Might would definitely use this. I mean, I think Midoriya and All Might would definitely use the same sort of tactics.
they would, but the only difference is experience in that one.
Yeah.
So that's why All Might would have won that easy, no doubt.
Interesting.
Experience is the
So,
key.
do you guys feel like Boku no Hero is literally going to be the new leader of the next generation of anime? So when I say new leader, I mean ahead of Shingeki no Kyojin, ahead of Tokyo Ghoul, ahead of Nanatsu no Taizai.
First of all, what are those things right now compared to the story? Yeah, those things.
Seven Deadly Sins.
Seven Deadly Sins is coming. It's coming. It's coming.
Monstrous right
And
now.
Attack on Titan
had
will
its
always.
period of time.
Attack on Titan's a no, I can't lie. Attack on Titan has the
both
best
had their
storyline
period
out
of
of all of those.
Oh
yeah. Okay.
but
Over Boku.
wait,
Boku's
yeah,
the-
nah.
Wait,
I didn't think
that's
about
the
that.
thing, but that's the thing. Boku is a journey.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't think Attack on Titan is a journey. It's a
Story.
Yeah, it's a story. Whereas it's like Naruto, from 1 to 10. Yeah, it's about how you get from 1 to 10. Whereas,
But
Attack on Titan, you have 10. It's about like how we can deal with 10. If you get
but
it.
the biggest anime at the moment is One Piece. And what is One Piece? What would you class One Piece
A
as?
journey.
A journey. So that's
Fair
why
enough.
I think My Hero
But
Academia would.
But
Yeah.
would you say if Attack on Titan was like One Piece, would it not be as big, or are you saying like it does?
I think Attack on Titan's got a limit to its interesting factor. I'm not gonna lie to you. I know that you look at
I agree to some extent.
fam,
But
it's got a limit, fam. Like it was big because like they gave you such a shock factor in the very
'Cause it was
first
different.
episode. It was
Attack on Titan was
Alright,
different.
Cool, cool. Okay, so let's base it on animes in the same format then.
Okay.
Of these 25 episodes, seasons. Yeah. I still don't think Boku no Hero topples Attack on Titan. What do you think, Max?
Big Murks.
Does it topple Attack on Titan? I feel like because I've comparing it from season 1 of both, I do feel because I don't know where the manga's up to now. I don't know where the latest season's up to now, but it's sounding like it's mad. Attack on Titan, I feel like it's for people who may not necessarily love or find lots of passion within fighting. So, for example, if you took lots of the fighting out of My Hero Academia or Boku no Hero, where does that rank?
Yeah, could it still depend on the storyline?
Do you know what I mean? So you could take all the fighting out of One Piece, and it could because One Piece isn't too much fighting. It's not compared to Naruto. The fighting's it's trash.
But
the
it's
best thing about One
borderline,
Piece
is fighting.
was the fighting.
Yeah, I don't think
Do you know what I mean?
One Piece
Marine
could last
Ford,
without fighting.
bro.
Like if you think Marineford's fighting, then I don't think you understand what fighting animes are, then, bro.
So what
That's
is
a war, though.
But
But that's what I'm saying. That's what it's about. Seeing the characters, how
But the
how they
most
respond to
gas-
other characters,
Yeah.
what they do to other characters.
But
You know
the
what I
most
mean? It's
gas
not really
moments
about.
for fights.
It's not really about
It's true.
Mihawk versus the fourth commander. Even though that's a fight that.
Bro, it's about Whitebeard coming to Marine Ford.
let
For
go.
That's what I'm
war.
saying. No, yes, exactly.
Let go
But it's
of
not
this
about
Whitebeard,
what
man.
Whitebeard does in terms of
Yeah.
fighting. It's about his impact and his influence in terms of One
His
Piece.
power as well. That's what you want to see. When you get to the nitty gritty of it, you want to see what this guy can do.
But I'm saying,
Because
in
we
terms
all
of
want to see
fighting,
Yonko for the first time. That's
some
it.
people love to see Naruto versus Pain. You're definitely not getting that in One Piece, and that's exactly what that's all I'm trying to say is you're not getting a Naruto versus Pain in One Piece.
So a 1-on-1 fight.
You're not.
That's what you
getting
mean, a one-on-one fight.
It's not necessarily a one-on-one.
It's just not one-on-one fight. It's multiple fights.
But in
But
Naruto,
nonetheless, it's
in
still a
Naruto,
fight.
how does it work? It works. You see one person versus one person, another scene, one person versus one person, another scene, one person versus one person. But we look at One Piece as a whole war.
So what's
Yeah,
so
but
do you,
a whole war consisting of many different fights.
But it's, bro, in the whole of One Piece, yeah, Oda skips all of the fights. It's like, do you know how many fights has happened in One Piece that we don't even know about?
No, but that's a different point. My point is the best thing in One Piece
was
the fight.
No. I don't
Because
think it's the fight.
if you take the fighting out,
because One Piece
I don't
doesn't
know,
have-
man.
Cool.
What's
What about manga heads? What about manga heads? Manga heads that literally just bang manga. You think they're banging manga just to see the fights?
Bro,
No,
again,
they're looking for who's gonna win out of those fights.
Bro, that's what I'm trying to say. So at the end of the day, it's not the fight that's entertaining us. It's we didn't know who was stronger. We found out who's stronger.
But
But
you
it
got to
wasn't that-
fight to get there, so it's
Bro.
part of the process. So
No, honestly, you're saying the same answer, but you're just coming at a different angle.
angle, yeah. literally.
I know I'm saying the
Literally.
same answer because I don't think you understand what my answer is, bro.
Bro, the honesty, yeah, like, I feel like everyone in this room were drawn towards conflict. Do you know what I mean? Definitely.
I know.
That's the main thing with shonen.
Uh,
and that's
Bleach-
what One Piece
Bleach,
is.
Bleach.
Shonen.
Bleach is fights. Do you understand what I mean? Bleach's fights is because the storyline for Bleach is trash. There's some really good parts.
The storyline is good. The
No,
storyline.
it makes sense, but
Yeah.
that doesn't mean that it's amazing. Just because something makes sense doesn't mean that it's amazing. I understand what Aizen's been plotting from early. That makes sense. Doesn't mean that the storyline's amazing. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm saying I literally watched Bleach because the fight scenes, watching the fight scenes were amazing. Regardless who was stronger, who wasn't stronger, watching the fight scenes were amazing. Me watching Luffy versus Rob Lucci versus Luffy wasn't an amazing fight, but everything that led up to
Wait,
it.
hold on, rewind.
Rob Lucci, bro, arguably, that's one of the best fights
that
in
is
One
one of
Piece.
That's the best fight One Piece
Fam,
has had.
it was
Bro, I
so
don't-
good
I
for
don't-
one
I don't-
another
I don't-
one.
What are you talking
Wait, I
about,
don't think
bro?
that's where I'm coming from. No, I'm not saying it's the worst.
You said it was
No,
amazing.
I'm saying compared to any fight in Bleach or any fight in Naruto, how is Rob Lucci versus Luffy comparable to that?
It's not, but that's what One Piece is. Do you know what I mean?
There's
It's
gonna
a
be some
One
mad
Piece
comments
fight.
right
It can't compare to the other
Bro,
fights.
and that's
but
exactly.
within
No,
One
I'm talking about
Piece.
anime. We're talking about anime, and I'm
exactly.
saying in terms of fighting, One Piece is not there.
Alright, so
Yes.
what do you?
Bro, that's what
No,
I've been
but
saying.
you're missing the point. One Piece's fights can't compare to other anime's fights. However, the best thing about One Piece is its fights.
Fights, yeah.
Yeah.
And that is why when you rank
Without
it
its
across,
fights,
No,
it will never equate.
No.
Let me ask you, what do you think holds One Piece?
Because basically, all right, let's go back. It's the whole comparing Boku No Hero to Attack on Titan.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So I'm saying the whole maneuver gear, flying and shit, yeah? That shit was amazing. That blew my mind. Yeah? The
different,
animation,
different.
absolutely phenomenal.
Fact.
Yeah? That is why I watch Attack on Titan. I don't watch One Piece because I get the whole Bleach fighting, the maneuver gearing, moving around like crazy shit. You don't get that in One Piece. You
No,
get phenomenal story in One Piece.
You get a manly
I don't think the
fight.
story is
Damn,
phenomenal.
yeah,
I
You
don't
don't
think
think the story? Oh, wow.
Kevin, do you think the story of One Piece is phenomenal?
The story, but not without the fights.
That's what, bro. Damn, yeah.
The fights
the
are
thing
needed.
about One Piece that's so good,
Yeah.
is the way they hype people, yeah. The way they hyped Whitebeard, the way they
Yeah.
hyped the Yonko, for them to do what? Stand still.
That's not
It's for
fighting,
them.
though.
No,
No, it's the
they
hype.
them.
It's the story.
To do what? Wait. They hype their power and their strength for what?
For Oda not to show any of it.
Bro, he showed
Bro.
Whitebeard and Marineford.
No, because he has to show. Like,
That's what I'm.
No.
You just said he don't show
I'm
anything,
saying,
then
no,
you-
I'm saying, whatever. If he could avoid showing us fights, he would.
Okay, wait.
That's
Okay.
all I'm saying.
Right,
If
right.
Oda could afford to not show us any fights,
Yeah.
he would.
Cool.
The same.
But when he does show the fights, yes, isn't that the best thing
sugar
about
on
it?
top. No, that's
Wait,
sugar
okay,
on
so-
top,
so-
bro.
so-
That's-
So what you're saying is
we didn't see.
a
Sorry,
Kainu
go on.
thing, yeah, and yeah, that's literally what
We
I was
didn't
about
see
to
them. We didn't see Ace versus Blackbeard
That was-
properly.
We did.
Not
Right,
properly.
Let me flip this on his head, yeah?
Yeah.
What do you think would have happened if Oda had shown Akainu versus Akiji? Don't you think that would have been mad?
It would have been amazing. But
I think
One
he's
Piece,
saving it.
That's what I'm
but
saying.
the thing is, I still think One Piece is phenomenal, and the fact that he's taking the whole fight out, and I still think it's phenomenal, just tells me that I think One Piece is phenomenal, not for its fights, but for One Piece as a whole.
I think he's just taking it out to hype it and show it later.
We're saying the same thing here, bro.
Yeah.
Deep it.
Right,
Okay,
yeah.
what I'm saying is,
Yeah.
the best thing about One Piece, undisputable, is Marine Ford, which is a war. The basis thing of a war is conflict.
Yes.
That was the best thing. We
Yeah.
can agree on that, Now, I'm simply saying to you, of course they took out Akainu Akiji, yes? But I'm saying to you, imagine if they kept that on. You're still saying it's good and everything, but I'm saying it's here. If they put that in, it would have been even here. If they saw Dragon and Dragon versus
No.
Thingy, it would have been even-
No. See,
Bro,
this is
deep
what
what
I
I'm
think.
saying.
This is what I
Deep what I'm
think.
saying.
That's what I think is the opposite. Because if that's what happens, we would still be roughly around Just Rosa arc if we included all of those fights. I'm saying One Piece already is massive. As a whole anime, it is massive. Adding fight scenes is all that's gonna do is drag out the anime, which some people don't already like. So people like the anime because, let's say, how long it is, all of the characters and everything that they add into it. It's not because they're dragging it out with fight scenes. It's because the story is compelling enough to take us through the journey. But if you added those fight scenes, would be on episode 1000 and something, and only be on Just Rosa.
But then that's the problem with it, though. In terms of it's already dragged out. It's a long anime, but they do have fights, but they have pointless fights. For example, Just Rosa. We had Diamante versus Thing. We had Usopp. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're showing the wrong fights, but they're still showing fights. So it's like the argument doesn't make sense.
Okay. The argument. Oh, sorry. I'm thinking from a point of view of a viewer, who just wants to get into watching anime. That's my main thing. If you just want to get to watching anime, if you like seeing cool fights, you don't go to One Piece. You go to Bleach, you go to Naruto, you go to all of them animes. Yeah. If you're a new viewer, don't know anything about anime, you just want to see some cool animations, you do not go to One Piece for that. Why the hell would you go to One Piece for that? That's not what One Piece is for.
Let me bring out the box for you to kind of see it this way,
Cool.
Dams, if you want the cool gear maneuver and all that stuff, do you go to Dragon Ball Z for that?
No,
you don't. But you still watch it. And what's the best thing about Dragon Ball Z? The fights.
That's the only reason I watch Dragon Ball Z, for the fights.
Exactly. But One Piece does this better, because what they do is they hype up these characters better. Yeah. So when they do fight, it's even better.
Yeah. So
and that's what I'm trying to tell you.
No.
And One Piece is amazing at that. Because look,
so you're saying
they've gassed up Dragon, they've hyped him, they built up his story. Yeah. Why? Because he's the most wanted man in the world, and we know bounty correlates. With power and strength,
bro.
So when he now fights, it's a gas moment.
Cool. Now, what I'm trying to tell you, I understand where you're coming from. Yeah. And I feel like I could nip in the bud exactly where the miscommunication comes in. If I was to show a random person a YouTube fight, Bleach and One Piece, they're going to say Bleach is miles better. Dragon Ball Z and One Piece, they're going to say Dragon Ball Z is miles better. This is just a YouTube clip. They don't care about the backstory. They don't care about what happens. So in terms of watching an anime just for its fight scene, forget all of that backstory. One Piece is not up there. One Piece is about the whole backstory to make the fight better. I'm saying, yo, watch this YouTube clip. You might like anime because of this. They're not going to like anime because of the fight scene that you saw in One Piece. They might love anime because of the fight scene they saw in Dragon Ball Z. And that's exactly what I'm trying to say.
You're saying the same thing.
Oh, damn. Okay. Why were we so gassed to see Whitebeard and Marine Ford?
Because they've gassed him.
To see him do what?
That's
to fight.
And I'm saying,
you get what I mean?
Even the missed fights.
Bro, I'm talking about someone who's completely oblivious to anime. I'm not talking about anime heads.
I get what you're saying.
I understand what you're saying. And this is what I'm trying to say is, yes, One Piece, fights, they don't compare to Naruto. They don't compare to One Punch Man.
No
they
two
don't
shows
compare to
at the
Boku No
same level
Hero.
of fight.
Yes, like One
It
Piece
depends on
fights
the way that they
isn't
build that
as
universe.
good.
Okay, wait. So you just said no two animes are they're not the same. Cool. But I'm saying if you're now saying you're watching an anime because of its fights, and you're saying one is clearly better than another,
No,
then
we're not saying that it's better. You
Okay.
said that it's better.
So you wait. So do you think One Piece has the better fights than Dragon Ball Z?
It's a very different
No,
dynamic. It's a
but
very
guess what
different
One Piece does
dynamic.
better?
What?
One Piece is better at
Hyping
hyping
up
up their
a fight.
characters to fight.
Cool. So now, if I'm saying a new person just wants to see a fight,
Yes.
are they gonna watch One Piece?
Yeah, because you can get a hype from it.
No.
You get hype from it and you're
See,
ready to
this
go
is-
for it.
Do you understand where the miscommunication coming in now?
Damn, we're saying the same thing, G.
Literally.
Trust me.
But
You are
okay,
saying
just
the
answer
same
my
thing
question
about
then.
Yeah.
Is a new anime watcher?
Yeah.
Are they going to prefer a fight from One Piece, or are they going to prefer a fight from Dragon Ball
Okay.
Z? Just answer that.
Dragon
please.
Ball Z. I don't really like both because they both made by the same animation, both studio companies.
Who do you think they're going to prefer to watch? Just a YouTube
He's
clip.
basically-
Okay,
he's
just a
basically-
YouTube clip.
Honestly,
One
it
of the
depends
people
on
that
the
fight
fight
you
you show.
But if you show them Rob Lucci versus
Exactly, that was a
Luffy,
beast
Yeah.
that's a beast fight.
Compared to a normal
to
Boo,
Dragon Ball.
a Boo versus Gohan, just a normal
Yeah.
Boo versus
Bro,
Gohan.
that fight was beast too, mate.
But it's up in the air. Someone might like the Luffy versus Rob Lucci because that was actually a good fight. Arguably one of the best
yeah.
fights in One Piece.
Yeah, I'm not disputing
Yeah.
that.
I think we should leave this
Do you
one
know what I
down
mean?
to the comment
That's-
section.
What you're saying is right. Yeah, that's- I feel like the miscommunication.
You're saying the
is,
same thing.
We're
You're
saying the
saying
same
the
thing, my guy, because
Tell me what I'm saying. Tell me what I'm saying.
You're
not the
saying,
same
yeah,
thing,
you're saying if it's just a fight, yeah, people wouldn't go and watch One Piece. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, but you're saying
Because it's too long. Not because it's too long. Because there's lots of other factors.
Yeah.
But people were not going to go to start One Piece.
Yeah.
Because even so many people that I know, that even Steven, like lots of my closest friends who bang Naruto and tell me why they don't want to watch One Piece, it's because of those very reasons. And I'm just telling you, my primary research is I know so many heads who jumped on Naruto and refused to jump on One Piece. They've seen One Piece fights on YouTube. They think it looks because they have Naruto background. So
Yeah.
that's my primary research that I'm bringing out to you guys is people that started on Naruto, started on Dragon Ball Z, when they see fights in One Piece without knowing any background story, it's nothing comparable to fights in Bleach, Naruto, One Piece.
Perfect.
No, Bleach,
Yeah,
Naruto, Dragon Ball
I understand
Z.
the point, and now I'm asking you, what's the best thing in One Piece?
Best thing in One Piece, character development. Brilliant. Mate, I used to hate fishermen. Remember in the first arc where Nami was cutting up her arm, and then you go to not Sabaody 7, I think it is Sabaody 7, where Luffy punches and you learn when you go to Fisherman Island arc and you learn about the fishermen, and you're telling me that transition from loving fishermen to hating fishermen wasn't amazing.
No, it was amazing. It was
For
amazing.
me, it's not really like
No, but sorry, when I said the best thing in One Piece, I meant what's the best arc in One Piece, Dammy?
best arc in One Piece.
And you're thinking about it,
Bro,
Gee,
that's
What do you
because
think it is? Marine Force?
Marine. Like, come on.
Bro,
I personally like the Robin one
See,
more.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah.
that's
I hear
maybe-
you. I hear
that's-
you. But do you think it's better than Marine Ford?
Nah, Marine Ford was.
But you
beast.
can have your personal. Like
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I personally like
Personal.
Itachi. Itachi's not the strongest character.
Yeah.
You feel me? But I personally like him. It's like you might like the Robin, but it's not the best arc. The best arc is by far Marine Ford. It's like universal.
So I think it's anime.
Yeah.
I can see why anime, because anime had everything you wanted. But you could equally say that about Endless Lobby, saving Robin. Like I thought everything that went into the whole Namaka thing,
Yeah.
Robin betraying her crew to save her crew,
yeah.
all of that emotional stuff there is what got me
What
hooked
made
with
the
the
arc?
characters.
But then, Dams, yeah, a single focal point in that arc.
Yeah.
What would people say was the best part of that arc?
Soga King shooting down the flag, declaring war on
Okay,
world
okay,
fucking
cool.
government.
Fairs,
Are you mad?
Fair enough, but Dams, you know your average person would say Rob Lucci
Yeah,
versus
Luffy,
Luffy, which
yeah.
is a fight.
Cool.
Do you
And
get me?
Maybe it's perspective, innit? My perspective on One Piece is definitely the way that they make you feel towards the characters. So a real One Piece head, they will tell you something a lot deeper than just a measly fight between Lucci and Luffy, which is repetitive. He always faces someone in each arc. Do you know what I mean? But if you see deeper than that, you'd appreciate the Soga King shooting down the flag. Even like the fact that we're not talking about Going Mary, fam. Do you know what I mean? It's like some people. How could you say Rob Lucci over Going Mary? Rob Lucci over Going burning it. Burning the Going Mary. Seeing the soul come out and saying thank you for all the journeys. Do you know what I'm saying?
Compared to Rob
Wait,
Lucci versus
compared
Luffy.
to,
Oh my
how
god.
the hell was that deep?
Bro.
Because a
don't
ship
think-
came to life.
But that shows you like One Piece head in it. Cool.
Oh wow.
So what's The next topic.
But honestly speaking, though, like bringing it all the way back, I do feel like Boku no Hero has the potential to be the leading,
100%.
definitely leading of this new era in terms of the whole seasonal anime of like different seasons.
I personally just don't see how it sells more than Attack on Titan, especially
Sells more. Now you talking about manga?
No, I'm not just if you talk about manga or whatever, and you talk about like we've all watched Attack on Titan, like we fiend for it more than we fiend for Boku no Hero.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. But I feel like everyone in this room at their core is a shonen anime. That's why we
That's your main. That's your main.
But when you
anime.
get something, when you get something different,
battle.
just as good as what Attack on Titan's producing, then remember exactly. You don't even know what Attack on Titan's got next. Unless you've read it,
beauty, man.
unless you spoiled it for yourselves.
Yeah.
So
that's me.
exactly. But even Boku no Hero, it's like you can see where it's going.
I'm just gonna put this out there. Considering that I've read both mangas, I didn't read all of Shingeki. Like I told you guys, I literally was reading it and I was like, nah, this is not really for me.
Yeah, well,
based on my knowledge.
Why was that?
Started dragging.
The tangent in it, like it went on a tangent. The tangent was fun. You're riding the tangent. You're riding. It's like, bro, this is. But then it's like, let's go back home, like. I just get back to the point, cause
Do you think personally what you've read? Do you think it can be changed when animated? Do you think like it can be better when you because
it's too much.
Because you're reading, because you're reading, you can see it as too much if you get it. But when you're watching, you may perceive it as something different.
I get what you mean. But the story itself as well was just I don't know.
When you watch, you have different expectations when you watch. When you watch, you're watching for visual entertainment. Yeah. When you're reading for story.
100%.
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
So that's why I feel like people that jumped on Attack on Titan, the OST, like I've never thought about how much the OST impacts an anime until I watched Attack on Titan, because the original soundtracks on Attack on Titan was phenomenal. Do you know what I mean?
I thought the soundtrack on Hunter was like
I loved Hunter.
Bro.
Listen, them drum solos got me buzzing.
Even
bro.
the intro, the intro. You can fly. Listen. Bro. And I thought, I used to think I'd get tired of the intro, but you don't. You never get tired of it. Listen.
No, but bringing it back to that as well, by the way, it's like with Naruto, I never got bored of it. Yeah. When I was reading it, like, but with Attack on Titan, I actually got, and I was reading.
You can get bored reading. I understand that.
But remember, the writer wanted to end Attack on Titan early, but because it became so popular, he had to elongate the story.
And I feel like that is an issue. That might be one of the issues in the actual show itself. The fact that he wanted to end it, he probably wasn't putting in the same amount of work that he would have when he was passionate about it.
Yeah.
So you just given me.
No, but I'm saying like because he has to stretch, he has to find new ways to stretch the show. Yeah. Not in the way that because they've now told me I have to write, let's say 100 more chapters, I'm not going to put in as much effort. Whereas if you look at it from the perspective, like shit, I've got to find things that are going to fill 100 chapters. Yeah. In a sense. So that's why I feel like the show suffered in that sense.
But I feel like kind of going back to, because I think we should address it for our anime heads and non-anime heads, because there's lots of people that start anime on manga. Like my brother started Boku No Hero on manga, then went to the anime, which is still, and actually he still says it's a phenomenal anime and manga. But there's some people that started on anime that can't necessarily, for example, you TJ, like I remember you saying that you don't really see yourself reading manga because what's even your reasons? Let the viewers know, innit?
I just don't. Honestly, like to me, it takes more time to read than it does to watch.
It's definitely the opposite way around.
What are you talking about, bro?
It's definitely the opposite way around.
Not time. All right, let's say effort. I don't. Why do I? It's like I'm reading a book again because
16 pages, bro.
Yeah.
Why would I need to? Why would I need to put the effort to watch 16 pages when I could put the effort to literally just watch something for 20 minutes?
Yeah, well,
I hear what you're saying. But then at the same time, that's just because you're used to it. Because I'm at a point now. Do you know how quick I can go through manga? Because I can already visualize what it's going to be like.
Even how they sound like as well.
Everything.
So do you think it comes off better when you read it or when you watch it?
It comes to a point where it don't matter.
Yeah.
It actually gets to that point. And can you imagine?
Okay.
The thing is, as well, you're also probably thinking about stuff like the background and stuff like that. we're reading the story, we're getting the story internalized. People that want to see the background, what's going on in the background, they go back for that. Do you know what I mean? Because it's so easy to read. Like it literally takes about 5 minutes to read.
Word.
One chapter.
Yeah,
Bro.
I'd say
It
5
can. But
But you obviously you read it more
of
than
course,
once,
of course,
innit?
of course,
Yeah,
of course.
to
And you try and
digest
like analyze everything
Yeah,
properly.
yeah.
Because I mentioned to you, I mentioned this to you earlier in a sense where like it's almost like the first time you watched anime and you saw the subtitles.
Yeah.
At first you thought it was a drag, like, oh, this is long. I just want the English dub. It's exactly the same with manga, bro. Because you forget millions of people read manga and there's a reason for it. Because when you read over, because I've probably read over 1,000 manga chapters,
more.
And I've seen over 100 episodes, so I've seen multiple times the panel of the manga and then what it looks like an anime, and you get to a point where you can already tell when you already read it, you know exactly how it's going to be animated. So it becomes quick.
Alright, calm, fair enough. But do you feel as if when you, say someone that's like me, and I've watched but never read. So if I was to go and now read, I would have felt as if I've spoiled it for myself. If you get it, but now what you're saying is that when you eventually go on to watch it, you don't feel as excited as you would when you first watch it.
No, because it takes so long for the episodes to catch up with the manga itself.
And I feel like you have something else.
You know what's gonna happen
with the manga. You have something else that kind of compensates for that. You have the theories. You have the week-long debates, discussions. You're part of. You're actually now an anime head because you're part of the community that nobody knows what's gonna happen until everyone watches it the week after.
Bro,
and you're now an anime head. Do you know what I mean?
It's so true. It's so true.
But I don't feel as if I'm missing a lot because the animes that I do watch, Boku No Hero is close to the manga. Like, it's not that far ahead because I know what happens. I know where they're at now. And it's not that far ahead. Like, it's a season ahead.
I wouldn't say. I'm not sure if I'd say a season.
Because remember, they're on episode 13 now, and all of that's happened in 13 episodes.
I mean, it's close, but I don't know, man. I think when they animate, because you got to keep in mind, in the actual anime itself as well, they show a lot of like slice of life scenes.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things like that are gonna happen in the anime, and it's just gonna keep on. I don't know, man. Just
because that takes me back to the whole argument about is Boku no Hero going to be leading, in the sense that the reason why you fell off on Attack on Titan isn't necessarily because the anime is dead. It's more, anime and manga, I don't know how to classify them as both in it, but because Attack on Titan, the anime is going to be sick, but the manga won't be as entertaining because everything that comes in the animes, the OSTs, the maneuver gearing and all of that stuff there. But when it comes to the story, do you know what I mean? It might have gone off on a tangent that is kind of too far to come back home. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
So I do feel like the way that you guys are gassing up My Hero, jeez, it's sounding like a leader, man.
Last question for you.
Yeah.
So do you feel that because this is a problem I've had even with but I don't seem to have it with Attack on Titan. I feel as if because we get seasons with Boku no Hero, do you feel as if the story is a bit rushed? Whereas if you watch Attack on Titan, the story is a lot slower, but in 25 episodes, you still get the full impact. Whereas in Boku no Hero, the story is very rushed. Like, they skip things. It's like it jumps.
See, with manga, you wouldn't feel like that.
But that comes with the new format of anime. That's what I'm saying. The 25 episodes.
No, do you know? Bro, that's even a stock in favor of manga.
Yeah, but
do you know what I mean? In terms of because manga is supposed to be for like the long flowing, where the mangaka actually takes his time with what he's writing, and then the worst thing about it, is because it's not the mangaka how he intends the story. These animators can slightly interpret it different, and therefore you perceive it different because it comes on screen differently. And do you know what I mean?
I understand what you're saying. Obviously certain bits are gonna have to get the snip. But I think that Boku, My Hero Academia, they handled it really well.
Yeah, they still do a good job.
So I feel like they get the main bits in there. But I do understand what you said. That was a very good point. I'm not gonna lie, but.
Because if you look at it, like, say if it was in a Naruto format where you get episode after episode, 500 episodes, I feel like then that's when I could say, it's gonna be a top 10 because you're getting so much character development, like you said, in One Piece, because they give you the episodes and the space to make that character development. Whereas in 25 episodes, they're gonna have to really rush the character development and like.
These new gen guys, man. So we're gonna say.
Sorry, man. I was just gonna say, have they finished the season 3 yet?
Boku.
Yeah.
I don't know, because there's no episode on Sunday.
I was gonna say
was
because
stressed.
because there's something in the manga that I read that I've been waiting for a long time for this to get animated.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
I really hope that it really does.
Oh, it's mad.
Wow.
No, I was
you have
gonna
to give a shout out to Seven Deadly Sins though as well. Man.
Yeah.
Oh,
Honestly, you
100%,
guys need to watch
man.
it because
It's lit, it's lit.
actually gone to the peak.
Yeah. What,
What's
it's
season
on
they
season
on?
2, right?
Season 2.
Yeah,
What's it about?
No. I've seen season 1, and I feel like they had a little interlude with season 2, but
Yeah,
not.
they did. They had an interlude.
Yeah, they
and
had
then
something.
They released
Then
it
they released
again,
season. So I watched the interlude. I was thinking, what is
Yeah,
this?
look.
But then, since you're saying, has it dropped all at once? They're dropping it week after.
It's weekly.
On
but
Netflix?
No,
No,
not
not
Netflix.
Netflix,
It's not
not
Netflix.
Netflix.
Oh, you need to go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Oh, she man's been
I
doing it
think
on
there's
Netflix
24
though.
episodes they've released this season, 24, if I'm counting correctly.
Yeah.
I can't remember. But when I say, just like Boku, it went straight into it. Like,
Hey,
they
I
did
love
not
that.
ramp.
Yeah,
They did not ramp with it.
And that's the thing for these new season stuff,
Yeah.
these new generation.
have to, innit?
They don't waste
They have to
time.
come like
They don't.
that.
Do you know what I mean?
But do
So
you-
it's a blessing and a
Yeah.
curse at the same time.
Yeah, what would you say? More of a blessing or less, or more of a curse?
I think it's more of a blessing for us, a curse from the Mangeki, bruv. Imagine having to kind of come out with fire, because that's the only way you're gonna. That's the only way you're gonna get your new heads,
Yeah.
your new anime heads, because people can't wait. Like for me, I can't imagine getting all that fire and not have enough chill time. Like for us to discuss what's
Yeah,
going on,
yeah,
just have
agreed.
a nice chill week. Do you know what I mean?
Agreed.
Standard.
Keep it moving. But these men have to come week after week after week for 25 weeks.
Bro.
It's crazy,
true.
man.
Whereas One Piece, you can have like 10 fire episodes. Of 15.
One Piece, like just redress Rosa, innit? Like you're basically chilling, like. But definitely, I feel like the Mangeki has work, like, and they have been working. Like, hats off to all you Mangeki out there. I feel like we need some black Mangeki, man. We need some real
Boondocks
black
counts,
Japanese.
man.
Boondocks has to.
Boondocks
I feel like
Word, bro.
if you let a Mangeki jump on a Boondocks episode, that will be crazy,
I feel like if you want to get into anime, you have to transition through Boondocks, then series.
bro.
Like, not
Afro
really.
Samurai, like that's Samuel Jackson
yeah.
that does the like. Even if you, I can't believe, have you seen Afro Samurai?
Yeah, I watched it.
Like I feel, even little stuff like that where you get like little comedy between Samuel Jackson and the other and the main guys, that kind of gets you the anime flavors.
Yeah, it
You're
gives you the
tingling, you know what I
anime taste,
mean?
And then you go into it. Yeah. Man.
What else could you say does that?
would you say,
Cartoons
like,
wise,
yeah,
Samurai
general-
Jack,
Ooh,
Samurai Jack.
was good. But
Jack.
what about like just general like Marvel things that are
True.
that have churned from comics into?
If we're
Yeah.
giving cartoons a shout out, I just gotta give Rick and Morty a shout out.
Oh, Rick and Morty!
yo,
Everyone's been telling me about that.
Wow.
Is it that
I've
real?
watched-
I didn't-
Charlotte
seasons
main
twice.
voice. That's not it, bro.
Fam, it's
Rick and Morty,
mad.
swear.
Yo, on life. It's
Word.
on life. I prefer Rick and Morty over some anime.
Word.
Okay, but what?
What anime you watching, bro?
Have you watched Rick and Morty?
No, bro, I gave it a chance.
I
innit?
gave it a
Wait,
I
wait,
haven't-
wait, wait.
I haven't
Listen,
given it a chance.
How
I
many
haven't given it a
episodes should I
chance.
give? Because you get some mad theories out. This is a whole other community. It's
Theories?
mad.
Theories about the real world.
No. Theories about inside the actual show.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
like
yeah,
how
well,
we
it's-
do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that one of? It's one of. So
It's
you
mad,
predict
it
what's
gets
gonna happen
deep.
in the future.
Yeah.
You can predict.
It's
Yeah.
one of them ones.
Fam, there's
But the
channels
stories
dedicated
don't-
to
the story. Each episode doesn't correlate with the next episode.
Fam, okay, not the actual episodes themselves correlating it with it, but the story behind the characters is what we're looking for. So right now,
Give us
quick
a breakdown of Rick, like a behind the thing that.
So,
Because when I watch it, I wouldn't know it. I just know he's a
Oh, yeah, no,
goofy
100%.
kid. But what would you see from Rick?
So Rick is a genius, absolute genius. He's basically so smart that he's figured out how to travel through different dimensions and stuff like that. He's got a portal gun. And he's basically left his family for many, many years, and suddenly out of the blue has come back. Now, keep in mind, genius inventor, travels across galaxies, universe, so on, yeah. And then there's multiple versions of him. Like what you call it, theory?
Parallel universes.
Where they
Power
got
Plex?
just so
Yes,
much
sir.
of that, yeah. And from his universe, he's C-130 something, and then there's Morty. Morty is one of the kids that it's his grandkid, and they just go on multiple journeys and stuff like that. And then there's a couple episodes where you'll be like, okay, wait, that was in this episode, and it lines up with other shows
Yeah,
as well.
I think I get what you're saying now. Yeah, that's
like,
mad.
it's-
That's
It's
mad.
hard to actually
That's
explain.
mad.
You can make so
Yeah.
many theories out. It's
There's gonna be
mad.
bare layers in that.
Fam, there is. It's like an onion, fam. It's like an onion, fam.
Oh, no, that's crazy.
Crying at the
Crazy.
end, yeah.
Yo, no, there are some episodes where you just kind of like, oh,
All right, no, I'm not.
So what?
I'm give it a
Because
try.
the vision that I have in mind of Rick and Morty, because I just thought it will kind of be like he does something in this universe that didn't make too much sense at that time, but when you see him come back in a different type of way, you can kind of connect it to a different you or different. Do you know what I mean? On that
Yo,
type
and
of
that's the thing.
level.
You never ever know whether it's actually the main timeline Rick.
Yeah,
as well.
so
You
it's
can
like
never
if you
tell.
do
So you
something
gotta
in this
figure it out,
timeline,
yeah.
but it might have
How
affected
would you
something in
figure
a
it
different
out?
timeline.
Hey, I'm watching this tonight, fam. What are you doing?
Like, yo,
That's what I'm saying. When
So,
it clicked, it sounds
is
mad.
Is that thing where like to get people on this year? Can you watch any random episode, or you literally have to start episode 1?
do you know what? I started off watching random episodes, and I just liked it because it just seemed like it was just
Right,
quirky. And there was some
right,
smart
right.
references.
That is
kinda
crazy.
But I'd say watch it from episode 1 all the way to season 3, and season 3 is the best.
Oh, it's mad.
I think
Alright,
you need to watch
bro.
episode 1 simply because
Say no
it
more.
introduces the character, and if that's where you also
Yeah.
start getting the idea of all these multiple different.
So what if you're like one of those people who really like getting into the shows and learning about the character, you would definitely reap the benefits of paying attention.
bro? Yes.
Because
You have to
guys,
pay
I can't even
attention
lie,
for this
yeah. I don't know if it's gonna be like an AniMates challenge or something, yeah. But we should have something we literally start watching,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then a little bit talk about it. Do you know
And
what I
then
mean?
predict whoever gets the closest. Oh,
Exactly,
bro, it
exactly,
sounded like a shout.
exactly.
You know,
That's
guys.
not it,
Yo,
bro.
yo,
That's not it, bro.
That sounded like a shout.
Nah,
you know?
like
no,
that,
doesn't
I like
necessarily have to be Rick and Morty, but something. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Something to
Yo,
watch.
but for
Such
real,
power.
Sounds like a shout. Bro. Sounds like a
Power.
shout.
Power's banging.
Power.
Killing
Listen,
it.
if I go back and watch Power from season 1, I'll tell you exactly how Power is gonna end.
How's it gonna, you don't know how it's gonna end, bro.
Bro, that's because I haven't gone back in it.
Fair
When I go
enough.
back in it, yeah.
No, but you wouldn't know because there's so many twists. Season 1, would you have predict Raina died?
Yes. Shall I tell you why?
Why?
Because there hasn't been anything mad enough since. There hasn't
only
been
been, like, two
like
Wait, what's this? What's this? Say that again.
Power.
basically, I knew that something drastic was gonna die. Either Tommy was
at the end of last season.
yeah.
Okay.
So it's either Tommy was gonna die. I thought Ghost wasn't gonna die, but
Oh, no.
if Ghost was to die, it would have been a mad twist because it would have been now how Tariq comes into the game.
That would have been mad.
Yo.
That
So
really happen.
basically,
That can still happen.
Tariq
No,
being Ghost, innit?
Ooh,
I think.
But wait, whoa, don't.
But would you
no,
watch Power knowing Tariq is
wait.
the
Big
pusher?
Mertz, Big Mertz is top, mate. Let Big Mertz finish it, yeah.
That's not it, bro.
This is what I'm trying to say. It's so clear that Power needs a pivot. That's
Yeah.
every season. Power needs a pivot, and for me, it's not a flaw,
Yeah.
but it's a predictable flaw.
Guys,
Yeah.
but I feel like Power, yeah, like, all right, cool. This is my hot take on Power, innit? You know how before the show we know that Tommy, Kanan, and Ghost were all G's,
Yeah.
and now we're seeing it again full circle. Right now, those 3 are G's,
Yep.
and we know that Ghost and Tasha set up Kanan
Yep.
when they were all cool. So they're all cool now. So Ghost or someone's gonna try to set up Kanan again, but I feel like
Yep.
Kanan's gonna know it this
Yep.
time and set them up.
Or maybe-
I feel like he's the ultimate end game,
Well,
Kanan.
He's,
Oh,
he's the ultimate
he's a
end game,
big
and
one.
And I feel
also
like I've already sussed
and
the
also
season.
I feel
Ghost or Tommy has to die.
Or be in prison.
Tommy.
No, Tommy. No.
Yeah,
They've already done prison. I don't.
To
They-
die.
Yeah, they've done
Yeah.
they've done
Yeah.
Deep
prison.
him now. Deep him now where he's at now.
And I think
They've
Tariq
lost
is going to be the
somebody.
most pivotal character in the
Yeah.
entire show because his characters changed so much.
They
And
need to stop with this Tariq. We don't want to see Tariq.
No, you have to. You have
have
to. You know
to,
what?
fam.
The only thing that can make
Tariq's
Power
gonna-
the greatest show ever is if they twist it so we love Tariq.
Fam.
If they've made us hate Tariq like this,
'Cause
if
oh,
they
that's
make
a shout.
if
Yeah,
they
yeah,
make
yeah.
us
That
if they make us love
Yeah.
Tariq, this
Yeah.
will be the best show ever.
But that was a real. I don't think I can ever forgive him, you know.
Exactly.
Bro,
You can't
He can act in another movie. I don't give a fuck, fam. I'm
know, like
listen.
that.
I'm hating the character.
Bro, but imagine, but
He's
that's
got that
this is-
Joffrey vibe.
this is what the writers are doing. Like as a writer, if I was going to be a Mangeki or a writer,
Yeah.
my ultimate goal would be for you to hate the hell out of Tariq. If you can make us change our mind as viewers to love a character we once hated, you've done your job as the most amazing writer ever, man.
Word.
And that's the only
What?
that's
That's
the only
golden
thing I
level,
do.
don't see
Yeah.
it. I don't see it. For
That's
Tariq 'cause
older.
he's
That's
done it.
golden level,
Golden
bro.
level.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yo.
Like, do you know Tariq's what they? he's in too deep right now for us to turn a 360 and love him, because he's gonna have to do something like kill Kanan. Then then we'll still hate
That could be
him.
it.
No, but you know what I feel?
That could be it.
He might just come off
Kanan
as
will get Tariq to kill Ghost. I swear down.
That'd be mad.
Tariq does look like he
wants.
wants to kill
Yeah.
Ghost anyway.
Yeah,
We've
I think
already
that's
known
what-
that.
Yeah,
Because
he
look at
does.
what he's done. The past episode.
Crazy.
But I feel like this season's been trash. It's been
No, the
It's
first
only
episode was
just started,
decent.
guys. It's only just
The
started.
second episode was a bit weak.
Why is
but-
TJ like this, boys?
Come on, how many times? We don't need to see this connect, this fake connect. We need one side connect. They've given us 3 connects in the past 3 seasons.
Yeah, Milan and all that, man. Yeah,
And this
yeah.
guy, he
Lobos.
Do you no? Let's deep this. Do you know who Ghost, Tommy, and Kanan are? For this connect to just come and say, "Who are you?" Yeah. Now you're involved.
Yeah.
What kind of nonsense is that, bro? I don't need to see that. I need to see Ghost saying, "Who the hell is this guy?" Like, and then Ghost
Yeah.
think the real Ghost we know. Oh, come on, I'm gonna body this guy.
No, but Ghost wants out the game, innit?
Bro.
So he's trying to do everything.
He's been wanting out the game since season 1.
Exactly. and He's always getting tied in.
That's objective.
Mob tied.
Yo.
Alright, so do you think Ghost is ever gonna get out of the game?
Nah.
He's gonna die. He has
He's
to
gonna
die.
in the game.
He has to die to
They
get
they
out,
literally
man.
foreshadow. They say that no one ever leaves the game.
Yeah.
And every time he
I
actually got
definitely
close
got
to
that.
it, he got dragged back in. Yeah, no.
But it's just like I honestly can't see where they're gonna take it. And if they do kill Ghost, they're gonna lose a lot of their followers. Like,
100.
Like, it's not gonna work out for them because
Yeah,
I
they
feel-
can't do a
Yeah.
Game of Thrones
And-
thing
and
where they just
realistically,
they
how-
have it has to be like it has to be EastEnders Christmas season
someone
finale. Do you know
dies,
what I mean?
and because deep it also, how long are the police also gonna like be on their back? Like
That's a bit BS.
It's been
Yeah,
since
slightly.
season 1. Like
Where,
it's
for you.
a bit dragged out. Like, and Angela, yeah, like
That's my
I want
bae,
to see
fam.
her
That's my bae.
like go to jail. Or something.
Hey, Bob, Andrew's got the mad plot twist as well.
What?
Because remember how that Mike guy, yeah, was speaking in a language with her and he's going to expose her in the last season. But then, like, he died or something. Do
Yeah,
you
but
remember?
He was just gonna say that like
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I don't.
Bro,
Man.
basically, yeah, Angela was linked to that Lobos guy.
Yeah,
as if she
yeah.
was an insider
Yeah.
from before the whole season started.
that would be mad.
As in, Angela's, like, she's one of the mobs, basically. She works for them, but she's an insider. You know how that Mike Ross guy was?
Yes.
Same with Angie.
Yeah, but she was too good. But why would she be doing all of this then?
Because she's working for one of the connects.
Wait. Are you sure?
100 Bro, don't you remember,
Wait.
yeah?
Oh, it's
See, I
speculation.
No.
or-
You know when that Mike guy, yeah, was like, I know about you, Angie.
Yeah.
When he was about to die.
Yeah.
And then he died.
Yeah, but
and he didn't get to expose Angie.
Yeah, but it was probably like, I know you're dealing with ghosts. But
No,
you know-
they were speaking their language.
But what I want them to do, yeah, is they need to bring it full circle, like you said. They need to say Angela coming to town wasn't a coincidence.
That's
There's
what I'm saying.
something behind it.
Bro,
Like, that would
they
be
foreshadowed
mad.
it already.
Like,
when she was speaking with that Mike guy.
Imagine if she's like the Jimenez actual sister connect you. And
Bro,
like,
that's what I'm
her
saying.
plan was to actually sleep with Ghost and ruin his life and ruin his business.
Bro,
Shit like- that's what power needs.
I
Power
think that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing.
Nah, the writers are not smart
that's
enough.
mad,
Come on,
that's
Tasha should be dead.
That's
Yo,
great.
fam.
Do you
These
feel
guys
like
are not smart.
we connect more with power because these are real people and that we're speaking about them like they're real people as opposed to the way that we speak about anime? Because I feel like,
Like, do you think you can see them in real life? That what you're saying? Like,
Oh, you
that's
mean
just
this-
the way the
you
conversation
mean that
goes.
these are like
the
true
things that you just-
stories
The
kind of
things that
thing?
you just pick off. It's not a true story. It's not a true story, but
No, but I'm saying you relate to it because it could potentially
Yeah.
be one. That's
Yeah,
what you
yeah,
mean.
yeah.
saying. That's what I said.
do you think that's why people vibe to this more than anime?
I feel like it's because it's just niggas, man. Real
Yeah,
talk.
man.
At the
Yeah,
heart of it,
honestly,
bro.
honestly.
Imagine if power was like
Bro,
white people.
I just deep.
Yeah,
All we
it
need,
wouldn't be the
It's a
same.
nigga anime, fam, and then we're like, it's a different game. Like, do you know what I mean?
Boondocks though, wasn't that? Is that
Cartoon.
Yeah. That's the thing is though,
yeah.
with this whole, the whole Black Panther movement, everything. If Boondocks was to be released now,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
reckon
man.
it would have blown up.
Yeah.
With the social media time, with the memes and everything,
yeah.
But
it
not
would have
with,
blown
not
up.
with the Boondocks that was just released.
Oh, the latest one, no.
Season 4. The Dottom is
wasn't it,
season
bro.
5.
Nah, season 4.
No,
right?
season 4's but yeah, but they flopped. Season 1 good. Season 2 phenomenal. Season 3 really good. Season 4 down.
Season 2 and 3 were.
Wait, you man. Ultimate question though. Huey O'Reilly.
Huey, man. Fuck it.
That's a bad one.
Are we signing now? I think Huey.
Yeah?
Man. Yeah.
Alright, let's quickly go around. So you're saying Huey.
Huey, man.
Yeah? Why?
Huey because he's that character that he could touch on so many different things just enough. Even though Riley could touch on different things like basketball, rap, girls. What else could he touch on? Fighting.
Fighting, yeah.
Huey could touch on some different shit. He touched on the politics, touch on the fighting, touch on all, like just a bit more than, right, do you know what I mean? And that's why I got to give to Huey, man.
TJ?
Yeah, probably. But nah, man, I do think Riley deserves some clout, bro.
Yeah,
agreed.
Funny. Like, I'll never forget the one, you know, where he pretended to be retarded. That one was fully.
The Scarface one had me dying. I
can't.
Fuck your shoes. Fuck your house. Fuck your queen. Fuck Prince Charming.
That's a defining moment for the whole.
Even Huey and Riley's fights, they were beasts.
Yeah, they were fights.
Like anime fights, G.
Yeah. It was actually a beast.
Nah, it was lit. It was lit. Chronicle, about you?
Yo,
Huey.
my arm is about to be like pierced right here. I didn't actually watch that much of Boondocks, you know.
Wow.
It's bad, yeah.
It's
bad.
Fair enough.
Boondocks
But
have you seen any episodes?
I have seen some, and
bro,
based
gotta
on,
watch it, man.
I mean, yeah, I did like what I saw anyway.
Yeah.
Like, I love Uncle Ruckus.
Uncle Ruckus.
yeah.
I just think, you know, Uncle Ruckus is from Django, Samuel Jackson. That's basically Samuel Jackson.
Yo, when they supposed to make a movie about that as well, by the way?
Ruckus movie,
Yeah,
What, like a Boondocks type or real life actor?
Yeah, real life.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. They were doing that. They're even working on it. I think I've seen some.
Right now?
Perfect actor.
Yeah, like a show. Yeah.
That ain't
Yeah.
it,
Oh,
bro.
have you seen him? Have you seen that?
back.
Yeah.
And he looks.
Wow.
I think
But you remember
Was that a
Django?
picture that you saw?
I saw
No,
like a
video
clip
as
where he
well,
was
yeah.
moving around and he's talking to people like you, like a proper cracker, bro.
Yeah, man.
No, but based on those two, from what it sounded like, is Riley the one with the like braids?
Yeah, braids.
Yeah, Riley.
From what I've seen, him, because he's just like you said, he's funny.
Yeah, he's just a real nigga, man.
Yeah.
Between the two, because of similar to things that Dammy was saying in terms of like, the politics in it, and like how he just breaks everything down and he can fight as well. Like I just say Huey, man. Just the older one, more mature, and he's still childish at the same time as well. So between the two,
That R. Kelly episode had me dying.
listen. Remember the nigga moment about stepping on the. Listen,
I'll never forget. Yeah, you know the one where they were doing the black protest. Yeah, the one about like. It was like a Martin Luther King style episode.
Oh, yeah.
And then Uncle Ruckus was like, white people, don't let these I nearly died when I was
man.
I miss it, man. I miss it. I might have to rewatch that one still.
But you know, it was made by comedians and shit like that.
Yeah.
So that's what
I'm not
HBO
surprised.
I'm not
HBO
surprised,
has
like,
it,
surprised,
man.
bro.
HBO defo has it a lot.
Man. But yeah, guys, this has been another episode of AniMates.
Yeah, man.
Tune in next week.
Tune in next week. You know where to find us.
That's good.
At the AniMates TV on Twitter.
Chronicle, just before we shoot off, bro, plug in all your shit, bro.
Let them know. Let them know.
So you
What are you doing now? You obviously man's an elite R&B. Is it R&B? Man's it rap, hip hop, all of that
You
stuff.
know, I'm out here doing my thing.
Where
Like,
can they find you? Where can they find you?
Yo, so basically, come at me on Instagram, Chronicle Official, Twitter, Chronicle Tracks with a Z, Facebook, Chronicle Music. That's it. That's it, man. That's it. And if you're on my YouTube, if you really want to go that far, Chronicle Official.
Come on, man.
Love that.
But
You saying you're gonna produce the next Bryson Tiller and that?
Listen,
Listen,
you man heard him first here on AniMates, yeah?
Go check him out, guys. Go support.
Yeah, man.
So yeah,
for
guys, thanks again for listening. And obviously, if you enjoyed this episode, you're an animate. If you don't,
You're a baka.
baka yaro.
Baka.
Let's go.
Please follow our socials. Our Twitter account is @animates_. The Instagram account is animates TV. And if you just go to those pages, it'll direct you to the Facebook page, the SoundCloud, the Spotify, and the iTunes. So whichever platform is convenient for you, just go straight there and listen to it. And also, if I could just ask you for one more favor, if you could just go over to iTunes and just rate the podcast. It takes literally only 30 seconds, but what it does, it helps get the podcast in front of more anime people who are anime heads like yourselves to increase anime discussions and grow the community. Thanks in advance for doing that. Tune in next time.